Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's second video. We're going to have a look at the weather for the next 10 to 14 days. For today's second video, day 10 will take us to the 17th of August, and we'll be able to extend out beyond that with the extended GFS and ECM ensembles. Maybe around a couple of weeks. We'll have a look at the CFS Weeklies at the end of the video for the next 4 weeks, and that gets us into the beginning of September. And I'll get time back for you in a moment. Just to say that the first video release day was our 6th UK weather forecast, so please check out that one if you'd like to do that. Like, share and subscribe on all of the videos and content today. Thank you so much everybody for doing that. Right, okay, we're going to start off with the central temperature. The CT is now down to 15.5, which is 0.3 of a degree below the 61 to 1990 average. That is provisional to yesterday, to the 6th of August. Looks like the first week of August will be coming in a little bit above average. These were GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles. The next cold winds on London today. The red line is above Virginia upper air temperature average for London, starting off below average with those upper air temperatures at the moment. They're going to rise though over the coming few days. So as we get into the end of the week, we are going to have a brief warm-up, becoming quite warm Thursday to Friday. It is quite brief, and then the upper air temperatures drop again as we move into the weekend. Into the second half of August, quite interesting, the ensemble mean, which is the white line, sticking quite close to the long-term average, but you will notice the thick green line, which is the GFS midnight operation run, taking off and becoming very hot, becomes a real hot outlier later on, taking the upper air temperature to between plus 20 and plus 25 degrees at 850 HPA. So that's really hot air surging up from the south there around the 20th or so of August, and then it sort of falls back again as we get towards the very end. That is an outlier though. Remember, look at this, most of the ensemble members are actually hovering, clustering around here. You will see that GFS operation run in a moment though. Precipitation-wise, could be quite a lot of dry weather over the next few days, where there will be some showery rain tomorrow, but we are going into a drier period now for the next few days. As we move into the second half of August, more away precipitation spikes appearing then, but it's a long way off, and it's at steady range and therefore unreliable. It does look as though things are going to be drying out over the next week or so, really. Temperature anomalies on the 7th to 15th of August coming out a bit warmer than normal. And precipitation anomalies from the 7th to 15th of August, drier than average for the south and the east, a little bit wetter than average in the west and the north. The latest Windflow Map from knowschool.net shows we're between low pressures today. The low pressure gave us the washout on Saturday has gone off to southern parts of Scandinavia. I've got another low waiting in the wings, spring damp weather for many parts of the country tomorrow. But today, actually, we're just in between those two areas of low. Okay, let's go through the chart data. Then going to start off with the UK Met Euro run. This is a ridge that's going to bring some warmer weather at the end of the week. However, by Friday, that's already been pushed out of the way by this low in the Atlantic. So through to the weekend, things looking cooler and more showery, particularly so in the northwest, close to that area of low pressure. But not too much in the way of rain, though, down in the southeast. That's how we finish the UK Met Euro run with low pressure in the north. Icon, again, with this little ridge building through the country on Wednesday into Thursday. Oh, actually, hang on, that's wrong, that's good. 12 then. Right, that looks better. So Icon, forget that happened. Icon, again, having that ridge of high pressure being swept aside by the area of low pressure coming in off the Atlantic midnight on Friday. Okay, we've got to do some manually now. So over the weekend, Saturday, looking rather showery in the north and in a cooler air mass as well, especially in the north and in the west too. Into Sunday and on to Monday, the low pressure sort of sinking southwards off the west coast of Ireland, but keeps the wind in from a southerly southeasterly direction for eastern parts of the country, which should bring quite a bit of warm weather through to there, but always a little bit cooler and more showery out west. So red temperature looking quite warm in the south and the southeast, a little bit cooler though further north and west. The GFS midnight run once more has that area of high pressure the ridge being swept aside by this low in the Atlantic Thursday to Friday. That brings cooler, fresher air in from off Atlantic with showery conditions up in the north. We keep it rather showery through to day 10 as well, but after that we find high pressure re-establishing and building over into the east country, and this is how we get to that hot outlier. We've got some very hot air sitting over France. There's a high pressure slips eastwards. We pull wind into a southerly southeasterly there. That's Sunday 20th of August, and that brings up plus 20 Celsius isotherm from France. So it turns very hot, but also potentially rather thundering, and eventually that gets moved out of the way. That hot of the air gets moved out of the way by something a little bit cooler coming in from off the Atlantic. But it does turn really appreciably hot there for a while with the GFS midnight run. This is the temperature forecast for Sunday the 20th of August, going for low to mid 30s Celsius temperatures there, 33, and probably increase that to 35, something like that. And the next day, Monday 21st, actually has temperatures of 34 degrees in the southeast corner again. Probably add a couple of degrees on to that to 35 or 36. So it does sound very, very hot. That's the hottest weather of the summer so far that the GFS midnight run is forecast there. But remember, it was an outlier. GFS 6 there again with low pressure in the Atlantic, high pressure to our east on Thursday, looking quite warm, especially on the south, and then we go into this cooler, showery westerly over the weekend, 12th, 13th of August, the coming weekend. On up towards day 10, again, looks rather unsettled and showery in the north, a little bit dry and warmer further south. Then high pressure builds again on the GFS 6 there, but in a different position this time, so we bring the wind in more from an easterly direction, which is a rather fresher wind direction, but there is some very hot air just sitting to our south, actually, with GFS 6 there over France, so we're not all that far away from pulling in some real heat there, and eventually we do get plus 20 Celsius iceberg southeast corner. So that's 2 GFS runs today, but bring in plus 20 Celsius iceberg at some point through the third week of August. That could be one to watch. If you're enjoying the video, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you so very much everybody for doing that. Why not drop a comment and let us know what you think about this and all of our videos. And don't forget to tell friends about GavsWeatherVids, and thank you so much everybody for doing that for us. Okay, GM once more has that high pressure originating through the country on Thursday. It's pushed away Friday through to Saturday. We turn cooler, fresher and showery, and then up towards day 10, just looking rather showery again with the GM as low pressure is maintained to our north and west. And then the ECM WF has that ridge through the country, bring a warmer day for Thursday before we go into cooler, fresher and more showery conditions over the weekend and into the beginning of next week. Well, eventually we get rid of the low pressure and high pressure start to take over again next week, but no suggestion of anything really hot developing there. Up to day 10, which is the 17th of August. This is the Precipitation Forecast based on the ECM run from TometoShow.com. Showers to start off with. And they're keeping things rather showery in the north and west as well as we go up towards day 10, more in way of wet weather, perhaps get involved in things. These are the options on the table within the ECM Ensemble Day 4, Day 10, gets 17th of August. We're going to Metos, 29 members of the ECM Ensembles with a trough somewhere close to the country. That could be a little bit on the showery and mixed side. 11 with low pressure again, somewhere to our west. So that again, relatively warm wind direction, but looks showery. And another 11 with high pressure over the country and slightly to the west. That's going to be the most settled option. And should be quite warm with that as well. In 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. It gets us to the 22nd of August. 12 members of the ECM Ensembles with a mid-Atlantic ridge. Probably some sort of trough coming through here. Another 12 with high pressure right over top of the country. 11 with some low pressure to our east. That's going to be a bit on the cool and showery side. 9 with low pressure just to our south and southwest. That looks quite unsettled, potentially quite wet too. And 7 with high pressure over and to the northeast of the country. That should be mostly dry and quite warm with that one. CFS V2 finally, these are 500 millibar height and honest broken down into week periods. The first week period takes from 7th to 13th of August. The coming week has a low pressure in off the Atlantic into Northern Europe with some high pressure down towards Spain, mostly dry, mostly showery, I should say, with that. Week 2 is the 14th to the 20th of August. Again, low pressure just to our west and southwest. Lots of blocking with that, lots of high latitude blocking with that one as well. So that looks a little bit on the unsettled side too. Week 3 will be the 21st, 27th of August. Higher pressure perhaps building to our south, but still a bit of low pressure in the Atlantic. Rather mixed at the very least. And then week 4 is 28th of August, 3rd of September. High pressure is up over Scandinavia and towards Spain, and could this wide area bring some more lower pressure in from off the Atlantic? It will remain to be seen, and it's a little bit inconclusive. Okay, we're done. If you've enjoyed the video, please can you like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much everyone for doing that. Drop a comment and let us know what you think about this and all of our videos. And don't forget to tell friends about GavsWeatherVids. Thank you so much everybody for doing that. Right, okay, so yes, we've got some warm weather coming up for a while anyway, around Wednesday, Thursday. It looks like it's pushed away Friday into the weekend, looking cooler and more showery again. And then next week we'll be focusing on whether we are going to get a warm up again next week. And if we do, how warm will it get? We'll wait and see about that. I'll just tell you what's coming up on the channel tomorrow. We're going to have a 6 a.m. UK weather forecast. We are going to have the EC 30-day forecast for the UK and the rest of Europe too. And there'll be a 10 to 14 day as well. So keep checking back to the channel for more. And for today's video, though, that's all for now. And thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.